There we go. There we go. What's up, party people? How you doing? Welcome back to Shoutcast, episode 89. We did what we originally did. What's that movie called again? Branded to Kill. We changed it last minute to Frankenhooker. Much better movie. And to be honest, I didn't watch the other movie, but I can tell you Frankenhooker's a better movie. That is not an opinion. That is a fact. You can look it up.
I will rate it better on my letterbox, I think.
That is amazing.
As crazy as that sounds.
Doesn't sound crazy at all to me. Letterbox is exactly for that. Subjective, opinions. Your opinion might just be that this one's better, or that you enjoyed it more. Maybe that's a better way of saying it. But
yeah, I mean,
better is kind of
definitely not the better movie. But yeah, I mean, Frankenhooker is way more fun. And
yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. What I mean.
I didn't think you were gonna like the other one very much. It was a little not what I was expecting.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate the heads up, because I would have been bummed out talking about a movie I didn't like. This is going to be way more fun.
Yeah.
So give me 1 second. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, and I knew Josh said he had watched Frankenhooker, and I was scrolling through Tubi last night and then saw it and clicked on it. Like, oh, that's perfect. Because I know you've seen it.
It's also on Shudder.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, I got the Blu-ray.
I actually watched the Joe Bob version of it.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
Talking all the way through it, or every 20 minutes they stop and talk about
that's fun.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry
about the wait.
I was very, very high. But it was fun.
Well, I'm going to give y'all a quick synopsis about Frankenhooker. I love this movie. Legitimately. It might rank it. After watching it again, I forgot how much I really liked it and how actually good it was. Because when you think about movies like this, oftentimes you think it's some low budget thing. No, dude, this movie's way smarter than you realize. If you listen to it real carefully, dude, the dialogue in this movie is amazing. But it's about this dude named Jeff Franken. He's I don't fucking know what you call this guy. And he's got this unnecessarily hot girlfriend. It's weird. And she dies from a lawnmower. Finds them. So kill them all.
Yeah.
But because I've seen this movie now, I think 4 or 5 times, and it's so. Wait, what? Wait for hold on, what?
I don't think it's on our end because nothing's lagging over here.
No, I'm watching it on my phone just to make sure of that. That's why I have my phone on. No, we're not lagging. We're not jumping anywhere. That's on your end, Jamie. Just to make sure I'm putting this bitch right in front of me too. No, I do this now on all my live streams. I have my phone set up to just to make sure. Huh. No, I'm not seeing any weird shit on my end. I will say that the quality of the video is a little low. Huh. I don't know. Your mom came back. But anyways, whatever. Yeah, I fucking forgot what I was talking about. Thanks a lot, Jamie. He's like, well, fuck you too.
Super crack.
This movie's so good, bro. So let me add up here, Chris. You talk about the movie for a minute, or y'all talk about what you liked about it for a minute. I'll jump back in. I'm doing some math. Yay, math. Not gonna take me very long, folks. I'm just doing the gore score.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I really didn't know what to expect with it.
That's the best way to watch this movie.
I mean, when Josh said he watched, I was kind of shocked.
I was fucking Josh, fuck you for liking this, by the way.
Well,
it doesn't even make any sense to me.
Same director as Basket Case and Brain Damage, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I did find out that it's not a Troma movie.
No, it's not. It's just distributed by them.
But Troma bought the rights to the studio a year or two ago, something like that.
That's awesome.
So they have distribution rights for this and a couple of other things. So no actual Troma involvement in the making of the movie.
No, I knew that before. I just forgot that it was bought by them. So when I saw it on the screen, I was like, oh, that must have been what Josh was talking about. Yeah. But no, it's not like a Troma film, as in Toxic Avenger or something. But still badass. It still falls into their category.
Yeah, it definitely falls into that category, and it's done way better for sure. I mean, there's some pretty cool explosions throughout the movie. That
Spontaneous combustion.
Yeah.
Maybe the best part of the whole movie.
Yeah.
No, actually, I would say Zorro is the best part of this movie. That guy is my favorite character, maybe in movies, because I'm just waiting on my bitches. They'll be down anytime. I was like, "Word, bro, that's how you talk, huh?"
Yeah,
my bitches, bro. I want to get a shirt that says "My bitches" with like a picture of him like on the front of it. But
that'd be a great shirt.
I might make that now.
Yeah, I mean, I watched this movie because we went and did the double feature at the theater. I was like, okay, both of those were pretty fun, especially the second one. I was like, let me go ahead and watch this one because I'd heard of this movie. I was like, that looks like some bullshit. but knowing who made it now, I was like, okay, it's probably quite a bit of fun, and it was pretty silly.
I love this movie. I like that it's short too.
Yeah.
The ending is fantastic. The ending of this movie is amazing.
Yeah.
I like all the use of mannequins. Krista walked in and was like, "What the fuck?" And I was just like, "Yeah."
Just the bucket full of boobs he had. Or whatever.
That was awesome. He's just squeezing
them.
Nope.
There's just so many silly ass things in this movie. Jamie, did you really bail, you motherfucker? If you didn't, we love you. If you did, well, fuck off, man. It's not cool. I'm kidding, but yeah, dude. I don't really know what to talk about. This movie is so ridiculous. Like, the fucking girl killing herself with the lawnmower, because I had forgotten like how she became dead, because it's been a while since I watched it.
She just couldn't get out of the way of the lawnmower.
Yeah, she couldn't like take a step to the left.
Yeah.
To the left.
It's
like stand right in front of it.
It's like just short of that scene in Austin Powers where the steamroller's coming at the guy and he's like, no, for like 5 minutes.
Dude, Will Ferrell is my favorite part of Austin Powers. And he's like, "You shot me." He's like, "You really shot me again." Like, he's like, "Did he die?" He's like, "Ah." Dude, I need to watch Austin Powers again. That movie's great.
That's been a really long time.
I was trying to watch that new Mike Myers show on Netflix.
Is it unwatchable?
Absolutely unwatchable. It's horrible.
Yeah,
I'm not surprised at all.
Which is really sad. I've been saying for a long time, like, I wish Mike Myers would come back, but it's pretty horrible.
He's basically doing what Adam Sandler has been doing.
What?
Yeah,
making garbage.
Oh, I didn't know he was making anything.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't done anything except for like a cameo in like Inglourious Bastards or something every once in a while.
That was the weirdest thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's strange, but
that is kind of par for the course for Mike Myers, though. He's a weird guy.
He is. I mean, it's him doing just like a whole bunch of characters. So I was like, okay, maybe this will be, fun, like Austin Powers or something, but it's pretty bad. Yeah.
Bro, so fucking when that doctor guy goes and first off, his girlfriend kills herself by accident with a fucking lawnmower, which is just ridiculous. It's exactly what I want in my movies, by the way. Yeah. They go, "Hey, Julie, what's up?"
Dumb broads. That's what you want in your movies.
Doesn't everybody want that in their movies? I mean, I thought. So she dies, and then it like cuts to him in his like, I don't know, basement or some shit, and he's got this like big ass life-size drawing of like a skinless person. It's like muscle and like it must have been from like a school medical school or something, right? But then if it pans to the left just for a second, and he's got her fucking head on the table. No, it was a picture of her. Never mind, it was a picture of her, but it was just a picture of her head. Dude, for some reason my brain wants me to remember it as her actual head, but that wasn't the case. The fucking mannequin thing, dude. I can't get over how many of them they used. And then one girl, she's about to blow up. She goes, I don't know where she just for no reason goes, raises her hand up so it matches the mannequin as it blows up. Oh, dude, he's watching this. So he's in the basement trying to come up with ideas to like get his girlfriend back, right? And he's watching the news and they're talking about like the drug epidemic and they're talking about crack. And this fool goes and gets crack and then like soups it up. He's got hot rod crack and It literally calls it super crack. And
the hookers find the bag full of super crack.
Dude, they start
pull out this giant bag of.
Well, the best part was when he's like fucking smoking out that little hamster or the guinea pig.
Oh yeah.
and it blows up into quarters. Like it was clearly like a stuffed animal cut into 4 pieces that they just pulled a wire. But like, oh, it was so good. I wrote a couple of stupid things down, but in all capital letters, I wrote Zorro is awesome. I stand behind that. I also wrote super crack ! Oh, and I also wrote the guinea pig. LOL. That's fucking hilarious. Oh, you remember that little fat guy that when Frankenhooker made her way back to the hotel was like, oh. I love this place.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The guy
he's awesome, but he looks like the guy that's in the Human Centipede.
Oh, well, I've never seen that. So
me neither. So I hear.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. The dialogue that Zorro had was my favorite in the whole movie because everything he said was so stiff, but it was so funny because it just. I don't think he was an actor. I think he was a bodybuilder or some shit. They're just like, yo, we need you to look like a fucking pimp. And he's like, okay.
Yeah.
Throw me some gold chains. I'll do it. Like, word.
How much of this do you think is intentionally stilted and how much is just like, I don't know what I'm doing?
I'm going to go with like 90% of it was I don't know what I'm doing. And then 10% of it was the guy that played Jeff because that guy was funny. Like, his lines were good and his delivery was great. And it was real deadpan. So, like, if you weren't paying attention, you wouldn't have got any of it. But like, there were so many times where I was like laughing, I had to pause it because I was like, "Oh fuck, I forgot about this guy." I just kept having to pause it because I wanted to pay attention when I was watching. But
I mean, if you write in your script, I'm just waiting on my bitches. Like, I mean, I think I know you know what you're doing a little bit. You know.
I mean, I don't know that was necessarily written in the script, dude. That could
have not have been.
That could have easily because it might have been like something else, and he just like fucking went with that because that's how he talks or something, or that's how he's heard it said. Because
Well, he did make Basket Case and Brain Damage before this. So
I mean, I don't think that either of those had as good a what I don't know. What I'm thinking about is not what those movies had in it. Maybe Brain Damage a little bit more than Basket Case, but yeah. I mean, did he write all 3 of them too?
I think so.
I don't know.
I think they're all his, but I'm not 100% sure. But
I just knew he directed them. I wasn't sure he wrote them all.
Yeah,
but
I mean, they feel like of a piece. I mean,
really? I don't feel that way.
Really?
No.
I think they all kind of go together pretty well. You could do a triple feature of all 3 of these movies.
Yeah, I haven't watched Basket Case, but I mean, Brain Damage definitely fits together with it.
I mean, I would definitely do a triple feature with those, but but they don't feel like of the same like shared universe or something. Like they don't feel like
not really.
I mean, like I don't know what I'm trying to say. It doesn't matter. I'm not trying to argue about it. I don't care.
They just have a similar like silly, like just like sleazy.
No, they definitely have a. Yeah, I think this one was the least sleazy of the 3, though. Dude, Basket Case was very sleazy. Like that movie's like borderline gross. Like I'm like, fuck, dude, but I love it.
Yeah,
I'd say Brain Damage was
pretty sleazy. Yeah.
Well, watch Basket Case.
Yeah, I haven't watched Basket Case yet.
It's sleazier, dude. There's a part in that movie where it's pretty fucked. You're like, oh god. Like I had forgotten it even happened, and I was like, "Oh Jesus!"
I don't know. The alien like throating the lady and eating her brain through her mouth is pretty full on.
I mean, what kind of twin is it again? What was it called? It's the kind of twin you are when you're conjoined.
A conjoined twin.
Yeah, a fucking gross ass little tiny conjoined twin, like RAPing a girl. I can't even say that word in Scottish.
Yeah.
That was that dude. That got like real vulgar. It was like, oh, bro. Like,
yeah, that scene is that's
talking about hookers. That's what's going on.
And that's like right towards the end. I was like, oh my god, that is absolutely insane.
Oh, thank you, by the way. I appreciate it. We've made some changes. I'm trying to work on the quality of the video now. We can get this fucking streaming shit to stop being dumb. But we appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, dude. I mean, I don't really know what else to talk about this movie. It's pretty simple. It's that he gets a bunch of hookers and that one that at the very beginning though, the one that walks into the car and pulls her boobs out.
Yeah,
she was fine, bro. I thought she was beautiful.
Yeah, she was the best one for sure.
Oh, there were some fugly women in that bitch.
Oh yeah,
all right.
Yes.
But dude, at one point he's like, "Why you got a black arm?" Like,
oh,
when he put her all back together. Geez, dude, I love 80s movies because they're really just not acceptable anymore to like talk like that. You can't talk like the way they talked back then. So it's like just funny by being inappropriate.
Doesn't this come out like 1990?
1980.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought it was 1980.
I think it was like 90.
It might have been. I thought it was 80 though.
Yeah, 90.
1990.
Oh, 1990. I must have just read something wrong then.
Yeah, because I was thinking, I'm pretty sure those other two movies came out in the 80s.
Oh, yeah, I guess they did, huh?
Yeah.
But if I'd have thought about it for a second, I would have definitely said 1990 because that makes more sense.
Yeah,
it was like knee jerk reaction to go 80 because I don't even know why though.
Yeah.
I wrote down 90. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Basket Case was 82, so.
Oh, I knew that. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. And Basket Case 2 was right before this.
That's
yeah. How is that movie, Randall? It's pretty bad. Yeah.
It's not good.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw that there's 3 of them. I was like, I
wouldn't even recommend watching 3. 2 I would watch.
Yeah.
I just watched 1931 Frankenstein today.
Nice.
Why'd you watch that?
Not as good as Frankenhooker, but
at all. Not playing. I like the Bride of Frankenstein a little bit
not
better,
as many boobs.
Not even close. The 1931 Frankenstein is a bona fide classic, though. So you should have watched that. Good job. That's a good movie to watch. I don't know how old you are. I think we've maybe talked a few times enough to where I should know your age, but I don't. But if you're younger than I am, you should definitely watch that movie and get your education on horror movies. That's how you got to start back there. And I've only watched a few of those old movies. I don't have the stomach to watch all of them because they're so fucking boring to me. But The Bride of Frankenstein, super solid. The Invisible Man is my favorite of that era, though. That movie is still holds up, dude. I don't know how they did all that shit. It was crazy, man.
Yeah, those are some classics that you have over me. That I haven't seen it like really any of those old.
Oh, really?
Classic monster movies.
Yeah, well, they fit more in my wheelhouse than they did yours until recently, But I am a little surprised that you haven't seen, some of them, but not shocked.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You are young. You are a youngster. You young bastard. Well, enjoy all those movies for the first time. That's cool, man. That's a cool experience to be able to relive, dude. Go watch all that cool stuff for the first time, which I kind of get to do because my fucking brain is so dumb.
Right.
But I will say this, though. That's the only benefit to my terrible memory is that I legitimately forget things to a point to where I can watch movies 2 and 3 times before I really remember what's going on in them.
Today he watched Frankenhooker for the first time, for the 5th time.
Facts. Got it tattooed backwards on my chest now.
Nice.
Bro, I need to get at least one tattoo like that so I can laugh every time I take my shirt off. But
you totally should.
I probably will. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I've got really dumb tattoos on my legs. But yeah, like
that dumb. I think that's pretty cool.
No, I think it would be great. It'd be a really great inside joke too. So we would all get it. People that didn't know me would just think it was weird. That's quirky. Get back in your fucking minivan. Like, we have a minivan. Oh well. Oh well. But
oh my god,
dude, I love that he makes that special crack, and then they go to the hotel, and he's like trying to pick out all the hookers. He's like measuring them and shit, and they're like, "What is going on?" And then Zorro's down in the hallway waiting, and he like breaks that dude's fucking countertop off for no reason. That movie's so good. The guy, when he walks in, that guy's like, "Oh, hey, Zorro," and you're like, "That's the kind of clerk I need at a hotel I want to stay at. That guy's cool, man. He probably wouldn't care what you did, who you did it to." But yes, this movie is fucking A1, dude, top to bottom.
Them all pulling out their crack pipes just really made me laugh too.
All right, man.
They all had their crack pipes with them.
The fucked up part is that that's not even like at all inaccurate. Like I've been in those situations sort of like that, to where like, yes, there was at least a dozen or so stems laying around. And I love that they said stem in the movie. I could not quit laughing because I forgot they said that. That's actually what it's called on the streets, is a stem, because you can either call it a stem or a glass rose, because you used to go to the store and the way you would buy those is like shit. Anyway, so I hear. So, according to the people that told me this, you'd go into a store and you'd ask for a glass rose, and what they gave you was a fucking crack pipe with a tiny little rose in it. You'd take the fucking package off, blow out the rose, and throw in your Brillo pad, supposedly, and smoke away.
Well, you definitely know more than me.
Oh, dude, I'll be honest. The first time I did that was fucking crazy. I did not expect it to feel that awesome and last that little. Dude, There's a reason why there's crackheads, bro. It's because it's amazing for about 14 seconds, and then you need more. And people
super
like me
crack.
Do what?
You need some super crack.
Yeah,
You do.
Unless you get super crack, then
Look,
it lasts forever.
This is what. Hey, the thing about these kids on my channel sometimes that they don't understand is that even if I had known that super crack that existed, right, and it was going to blow my fucking head off, I would have still smoked it. That's what drug addicts do. That's how drugs work. All those people like, little Juice WRLD made me not want to do drugs. Well, you're one of the few, dumbass, because most people hear it, even though they know it's going to kill them, they do it anyways, bro. I'm watching The Wire right now, and there's a scene that I'm literally going to take out of it, and I don't care if it's monetized or not. As long as it doesn't get blocked, I want it out of my channel. It's like a 30 or 40 second thing that this guy's talking about. He's an addict, and he's talking about all the shit he has to go through every day just to get a fucking fix. And he goes, shit, man, I don't even think I'm high. And I'm like, yo, this is what these kids need to hear. Like, you get strung out so fast, and then suddenly you're doing a whole day's worth of work for one hit, and you don't even feel it. You're just trying to not get sick. Like, I did that for 13 years. Well, I didn't get that bad, but I lived that life for over a decade, man. And not worth it. Like, just don't do it. But, you know.
Yeah, I've heard that kind of described before elsewhere.
Oh, really?
I mean, everything you do when you wake up in the morning.
Oh,
and
dude.
Sometimes you don't even go to sleep that night, but just you're constantly just working
to get drugs and like
your fix.
I would travel across Houston. This is, dude. So look, people don't ever ask me why I lived in Third Ward. The reason I lived in Third Ward is so I was closer to my fucking drug dealer, because every day of my life was riding the Metro bus for like 5 hours a day to get down there, get my fix, go to work, and go home. That's all I did.
Yeah.
Like, dude, fucking people, man, they just don't understand what life can be like. It is not fun. But super crack is, and so you should smoke it if you get it. Dude, it starts explore. By the way, anybody's watching this in the future, shut the fuck up. I'm kidding. Jesus, dude, some idiots gonna be like, you said super crack was good. Sure did, didn't I? This is not.
I might actually exist in the future.
Yo,
never know.
Don't make promises you can't keep, sir. No, I'm playing. So basically, they smoke a bunch of that stuff, and it blows them all up. All of them. They all explode.
Yeah,
like literally explode, like black cats in a fucking.
I don't know why he was upset that they were smoking it though. It seemed like he didn't want them to smoke it, but it was going to kill them anyway. So.
No, I think he was looking for the perfect one, remember? And so I think he just wanted to find a good one.
Yeah, he wasn't trying to like Frankenstein them together. He was trying to find one that met all his criteria.
Yeah, I think that's how I understood it. But I also don't think he was trying to kill a bunch of people either, though. I don't think he was trying to kill everybody.
Yeah.
Dude, this movie is so good.
He was like drilling his brain for
look, dude. What's up with that? He's all about that. Dude, if this guy can make this movie, we can make a fucking movie, dude. Like, I'm confident now.
Like, I thought he was like gonna be like removing pieces of his brain that
didn't know what he was
him
doing.
Not care about what he was doing. But it's almost just like he was masturbating with it or something like that.
Basically, yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Oh my god.
Y'all remember it better. It's been like a week already. So
this is why I have to watch the movies like day of, because I'll forget all of it. Oh shit. What's up, slut? How are you? That's Jonathan, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Like, why is he calling us full of slut?
Come on, man, jump on the live with us.
Hell yeah, dude. You know what, bitch? You got to now.
I thought that was the king of the
invite has been sent. Dude, what if that really was Jon Snow? That'd be amazing. I'm like, how'd you learn how to type?
Where's Ghost?
Fuck yeah. I'm like, is Khaleesi around? She's still hot or she's rotten? It's 2022. She's probably rotten. It's all right though. What? She's not real, Randall. What are you talking about? I don't know. That sounded weird. Talking about myself, saying my name like that was weird. What's that called? First person? Third person? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Which one is it? You said and I said two things. Which one was it? First person or third?
Third person.
Oh, yeah. It is third person.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you have sex for money. That's why. I don't know why you do it. That's why.
That's got to be why you're watching the Frankenhooker episode, right?
Factual statements. Yo, this channel's getting real weird. But dude, next week's movie's gonna be so fucking good. You guys should cover the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial live. If I gave a fuck about that, I might.
Honestly,
Justice for Johnny.
It's so entertaining.
Oh, it is, but I watch other people do all the clip work. I'm not doing all that shit. I don't have time for all that. But I watch it. It's funny. That woman is dumb as fuck. No, dude, she may be the dumbest fucking person I've ever seen in my life. She's dumb as fuck, bro.
Yeah. So my question, was she doing cocaine on the stand? Did you see that?
Wait, what? Oh no, she wasn't doing cocaine. I wish she was. That'd be hilarious.
It was funny, but yeah, dude, I don't think
she's such a liar, dude. It's so clear that she's a liar.
She's everything really bad at it.
Yes. Yeah. Well, every time they ask Johnny Depp a question, he just answers it. And it's like there's no frill in it. He just answers it.
Yeah.
And whenever they ask her a question, she has to like start acting. And I'm like, yo, just answer the question. But
you're like, oh, you're actually a bad actor because
she's terrible.
She's just like really like sad and mopey all the time, like the whole time. And
you guys ever heard of this dude named Believing Bruce?
No,
I didn't think so. But I actually came across his channel from MMA content because what he does is he's not an MMA channel. He's a body language expert. I watch this dude religiously because I like to learn how to manipulate people. That's really that's an honest answer. Well, okay. I almost didn't say that, but I hate lying about shit like that. That's what I wanted to know. What I really wanted to know was how to talk in front of police and shit is what I was trying to figure out how to do that better. I didn't mean like people like hanging out my buds. It's like talking to people that I don't know or trust.
I don't know. I feel manipulated right now.
You should. I just did it. Success.
I'm mad at you.
I'm like, never mind. Anyways, I was just trying to learn some shit about how I talk and how I behave and what does it seem like to people with his, skill set. But he was talking about the first thing that he was covering was MMA press conferences. And that's how I came across this dude, right? Well, he's just really charismatic, cool dude. And, it's a topic I didn't even know I was interested in, right? So he does a lot of stuff with this case, and he was showing proof positive. Like, he's like, dude, this is biology. You can't argue this. This is what it means when you do this. And he was showing how she faked being scared of Johnny Depp at the trial, and it was so corny and just cringy. He's like, look, this is how he goes, think about it. When you get scared, how do you react? It's immediate. There's no being, bah! You're like, oh my God. You don't think about it. When Johnny Depp walked in the room, he slowed it down. He goes, watch. It's like almost half a full second. She like looks at him and then goes like that. He goes, that's not real. And I was like, that's amazing. And he's like slowing it down, blowing it up, showing everybody. He's like, look at this woman fake this and lie. I'm like, that's awesome.
So what did he have to say about her pooping on the bed or denying?
I don't know that he talked about that, to be honest. But I mean, Jesus Lord, dude, what would you say about that other than gross?
Yeah, I mean, it looked like
how'd she wipe? That would be my question.
It just looked like she was completely full of shit when she
was.
Everything she definitely was.
It was.
I don't know if she ever had a rebuttal for that.
I saw it. Like she had blamed it on the dog. I think
that's what it was. Yeah, she did talk. Yeah, she made up this like whole story of how one of their dogs has like bowel problems.
Dude,
I was like, that's how you're tying that up. Okay.
So again, watching The Wire right now, and fuck TV shows, man. This shit is taking too much of my time, dude. But it's fucking good. So they're walking through this like crack house, and this dude's like two cops are, and the guy goes, man, I stepped in dog shit, and the other guy goes, you hope. Dude, I was dying, dude, because I've human beings take a shit in a hallway of a crack house.
Yeah,
in person. But
yikes.
Dude, hey, look, man, if nothing else, out of all those years I spent doing that shit, I got stories that are fun. Because man, if I had nothing, I would be so sad. Like, at least I have shit that entertains me. Because my God, people pooping in hallways is pretty funny.
It's a good story afterwards.
But yeah, dude, I don't know what else to say about Frankenhooker other than you should go watch it. It's 85 minutes, dude. It's not very long.
That's fun.
I'm gonna tell you what happens because it's 80 minutes and it's fucking 35 years old. But at the fucking end of the movie, out of nowhere, Zorro just hacks off the head of Jeff, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, the first time I watched it, I couldn't believe that happened. I was like, wait, what? I didn't know what was going on. And then his girlfriend, because he took like meticulous notes, and she like puts him back together. Oh, and his like formula that he used to bring these people back to life was estrogen based, so I could only do it for women. And so she put him back together with tits.
Yeah.
And the monster thing that comes out of the freezer.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. There was a couple of them.
Dude, those things were awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, they were just ridiculous.
Yeah, all the spare parts.
What's up, Julio?
Didn't use.
Dude, that shit was so funny, bro. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, I knew it was coming because they like kept lingering on it.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, okay, something's gonna happen there, and then it gets shocked. It's like, okay, yeah, there's definitely a monster coming out of that, but it was so ridiculous.
Oh man, and it was clearly like his head put through like a piece of thing.
Yeah,
like with a bunch of like mannequin parts all like super glued to a fucking piece of wood or some shit.
Right.
Oh, dude, this movie is glorious. All right, hey, it's time to talk about the gore score real quick, folks, because
I'm fascinated by.
Oh, dude. Oh man, I'm fucking psyched, dude. I am fucking rock hard with emotion right now. We have a fucking new champion, folks. I am so pumped right now.
Really?
Yes, dude. Let's go. Let's go. Look. If I took all the subjective stuff out of this, it would still literally be 5 points ahead. If I took every subjective point away from this movie, it would still be 5 points ahead. So it would still be champion, even without my opinion in it, dude. So, special effects, story, acting, dialogue, bad guy rating, and ending, 10 across the board, because half of it I don't fucking know what to put anyways, because who's the bad guy in this movie? But the dialogue was awesome. The acting was way better than it had any business being. The story I thought was pretty original and quite fun. The special effects were amazing because of the budgetary restraints that I'm pretty positive they had on this. And the ending was good because it was exactly what they should have ended it with. They should have just, he's now a Frankenhooker too. Boom, end. Like, why else would they? What else are they going to do with this ending, right?
Yeah, they should have did Bride of Frankenhooker. You know.
You know what? There might be something stupid like that out there.
There should be.
There was 13 kills for 65 points. There was 14 severed limbs that I could accurately count. There probably was more than that, but those are 10 points each for 140. We got 10 decapitations for another 100 points. We got 10 instances of drug use for another 50 points. But we had, let me count, 78 boobs in this movie, which is the reason why it won, by the way. There was one actual fist fight in the movie for 5 extra points, and it got 15 points for being from 1990 because it gets 5 points for every decade back for an era score.
Okay.
I don't consider anybody really a legend in this movie, so I didn't give any legendary bonus points or anything like that. Yeah. And that gives us a grand total of 825 fucking points, dude. What the shit? I didn't think Officer Down was going to get beat for a long time because it took forever for us to find one that beat From Dusk Till Dawn. So, yeah, I got this shit written on my whiteboard because it's something I like to talk about because it's cool that I keep record of this stuff. I actually have my gore score sheets. I don't throw them away. I keep them in a binder.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But, one day, dude, if the channel ever pops off, dude, and we hit like some crazy number, like 100,000 subscribers, I'm going to give away that binder to somebody. Because if we do, this will be part of it. You know? Nice. Yeah, dude, that movie was fun as fuck, bro. So, in the vein of Basket Case and Brain Damage, I got another B movie for us. That's a double entendre, motherfuckers. Bad Milo. Let's fucking go. Have y'all seen this movie? Mm-mm. It's on HBO Max. We gotta watch it. It's fucking awesome. Okay. It's about a butt monster, dude. Like literally, it's about a butt monster. This dude shits a monster out, and then it goes back in, and then he shits it out again to do whatever it's gonna do, and then it goes back in. It's fucking amazing.
All right.
Yeah, dude. Bad Milo. It's gonna be awesome. Dude, this movie is so ridiculous. It's God, I love this fucking movie. Love this movie. It's fucking.
There's some people in it.
I know.
Jillian Jacobs, Peter Stormare.
So Trevor's the one that told me about this movie. Y'all remember Trevor?
Mm-hmm.
He came up to me one day at the shop and he's like, "Hey man, you love these trashy ass horror movies?" And he goes, "You ever seen Bad Milo?" And I was like, "No." And then he hands it to me, right? He tells me, he goes, "It's about an ass monster." And I was like, "I'm interested." And he gives me the movie, right? I bring it home. Me and Chris will watch it, and then we just looked at each other, and she was like, "What in the fuck did we just watch?" And I was like, "Let's go." So when I told her tonight, I said, "You're not going to guess what movie I'm making the guys watch this week." And she's like, "I don't know. What are you watching?" And I pulled it up, and she just looked at me, and she just started laughing. And I was like, "Yeah, we're watching this again this week."
I mean, it's got Stephen Root, Peter Stormare.
There's a bunch of cool people in this movie. Yeah,
cool.
Yeah, I have no idea if y'all are going to like this or not. I think there's at least a reasonable chance that Chris will, and I think Josh is basically a coin flip. Like, I wouldn't be surprised either way. If I thought you were going to hate it, I wouldn't make you watch it, but I don't really know. Based on your recent change of heart on some things, I think there's a reasonable chance you'll like it, though.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. I remember watching From Dusk Till Dawn when I was like 10. That movie was insane and not good. Fuck off.
Not good.
What's
wrong with you?
You're right. It's not good. It's fucking amazing. From Dusk Till Dawn, not good? Bro, I will block your ass for talking like that on this channel. The fuck? And I'm petty. I'll do that dumb shit. But, wow, what? That just blew my mind, dude. I can't believe you said From Dusk Till Dawn's not good.
I mean, Selma Hayek was enough to get a 10-year-old's attention.
I was literally about to say Selma Hayek is reason enough for that to be a good movie.
Yo, I'm legitimately concerned about your opinions now. Wow, dude, that blew my mind.
It's been a long time since I've seen that movie, actually.
Yeah,
I watched that movie. I watched that movie way more often than I should.
Yeah, and I did watch that movie for the first time back in the day, having no clue what was going to happen.
Oh, dude, the first time I watched that movie, I was shocked whenever it turned into a horror movie.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah, I think I was the same way because it has a kind of a weird title. It's From Dusk Till Dawn, so it sounds like sort of a horror title. So I was expecting something, but then the first half of the movie, I was like, "Oh, this is just a Tarantino weird." Like,
this is awesome. Sorry, I was probably just too young for it. Kind of scared me. Wait, does that say scared or scarred? I can't read that word. Scarred. All right. Damn it! I thought you said scared me. I was way happier about that. That's funnier. But no, I read that. I was like, that's not what it says. It doesn't say scared.
Well,
but
the second half of that movie with the vampires is Robert Rodriguez being super Grindhouse B movie. That's it's intentionally just like splattery, gory.
It's a dick gun.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
That's Fred Williamson, by the way. He's like, blaxploitation B movie royalty, man. That guy's amazing. Right. And then it's also got what's his face with the whip, the makeup artist guy, Tom Savini. Tom Savini's in it. Yeah. I mean, this movie's got like legends in it, dude. Like, yeah, bro.
Yeah, I didn't know
Lewis is badass.
Yeah, I didn't know most of them, but I think I had seen Pulp Fiction and Reservoir Dogs. I think. Yeah. And led me to From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah,
dude. My favorite part of that whole movie is when Cheech Marin's outside talking about pussy, and then he's like leans to the camera, and goes, "Apple pie pussy." I was like, "This guy's my fucking friend. We're buddies now."
Doesn't he have like 3 roles in that movie at least?
Yes, and they're all fucking gross. Like he's just a weird dude.
Yeah.
No, the weirdest guy, the grossest guy in that movie is definitely Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
Like,
yes.
When he's
That's
like,
probably his best acting in the movie.
What does he say to her? He says something about like, "Would you like me to eat your pussy?" or something like that. To Juliette Lewis in the
too long. Yes, I remember it being something pretty vulgar, but
yeah, if anything's gonna scar you, that should have scarred you because that was gross as shit.
Yeah,
I watched that and was like, ugh, like gross, buddy.
Oh yeah, he's definitely fucked up in that movie.
I'm gonna say that stems from real life a little bit. He's a weird old man.
Probably so.
Absolutely.
I mean, look at how much he likes feet. He likes feet more than I like vaginas. It's weird. Like, dude, I fucking love vaginas. What are we talking about here? That guy loves fucking feet, though.
Yeah. He does. For sure. So, real quick, I do want to know what Josh thought about Brandon to Kill. If we could talk about it just for a second.
Oh, I liked it.
I actually didn't watch it because you said not to. So
yeah. I ended up liking it, but it took a while, like because it starts out like really normal for like the first like 15 minutes, and then it just starts getting real strange and sort of surreal. So I kind of had to adjust to it.
Yeah, me too.
Either of y'all want this for $20 then? Because I opened it right before Chris sent that message. I paid like $23 plus ship plus tax for it, but if somebody wants it for $20, I haven't even watched it yet. So
yeah, I would.
It's Criterion, so if you want it,
Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't matter. I'm sure one of us probably would take it.
Okay. I don't have shelf space for stuff I'm not going to watch, so
we can rock paper scissors over it. I guess.
No, I don't care. I mean, it's probably more up Chris's alley, just the Japanese.
Yeah, that's fine. I just wanted to offer it up to one of y'all. I'd rather y'all take it than somebody I don't know. So
yeah, for sure. But I ended up liking it. It kind of reminded me of like a Fellini movie. I had started getting into like some of the old Italian Fellini movies.
Yeah, I never watched any of those.
And they're very surreal. So it's kind of felt similar to that. So once I kind of recognized that, I started to like it more. But yeah, it's very strange.
Yeah.
I definitely need to watch it again to like really pin it down. But
I mean, I might give it a watch since I've got it here until when y'all grab it, just because.
Yeah.
But since I don't have to like rush it, I might enjoy it a little bit better because having to rush that, I probably would have absolutely hated it.
yeah. I agree.
Yeah, it takes a little while. Well, like at first, it's like you said, it's kind of straightforward, but the plot kind of starts changing a bit, and it's kind of hard to follow.
Okay.
For a little while, so it did. It took me a little bit to get into it, but
it like really jumps around. You kind of have to just kind of keep up with like, okay, we're not in that scene anymore. That ended off screen, you know,
right.
Moves on.
That kind of stuff will confuse me because you know, we watch movies different. We've already established that. So
honestly, I started pulling up the plot on Wikipedia and like reading through it as I was watching it.
I got about like 2 or a third of the way through it and did that. I was like, what? I'm kind of confused. I don't know what's going on.
I've never thought to do that. That's a good thing to do, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
You know, if you need to, anyways.
But once they kind of get into the meat of the plot, like it gets easier to follow. It's still a little back and forth, kind of toward the end, but yeah, it's an interesting movie. I didn't love it, I didn't dislike it.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's really like a lot of it's really pretty and like there's a lot of cool art stuff in it.
It's worth at least one watch, I'd imagine.
Just the ideas of some of the stuff, like him, like he's assassinating.
Yeah, what's it about?
I mean,
so he's a retired hitman for the Yakuza, I guess.
And like the number 3 ranked killer.
There's like this ranking of hitmen in the Yakuza, and he's like the number 4. Somebody gives him a call to bring him back into, you know, the lifestyle.
Sure.
And he goes on a job. It goes wrong.
Okay.
And then he gets on another job.
Yeah.
And then that kind of goes wrong too. So he kind of gets to go on the run from the number 1 hitman. And then,
dude, you know what that sounds like to me? John Wick.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it definitely could have taken some.
No, I'm just saying, like, when you described it like that, if you were like, if I had no idea what you're talking about, but I had seen John Wick, I might have been like, oh, you're talking about John Wick? Because, you know, very vague talking about it like that, you know.
Yeah, I mean, that's a movie from the
really high ranked hitman coming back. He's fighting another hitman. You're like, oh, that could be that kind of movie. Not like necessarily that exact movie, but it's just, you know, reminiscent of.
Chris had told me before we watched it, I think when we were at the brewery on Sunday, that this movie was like direct inspiration for Ghost Dog.
Yeah.
I know. That movie's awesome.
And there's a scene that's like just like it, where he unscrews the pipe from below the guy's sink and shoots the guy in the head.
Oh, that's awesome.
Through the sink.
Dude, that movie was fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, movie's awesome.
One of my favorite just things in the movie is the guy is sexually aroused by the smell of rice.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Like cooking rice. So at a few times in the movie, like he needs his rice.
Word.
There's quite a bit of sex, a bit of sex in the movie too. There's there's a long, like extended scene of him just fucking that girl.
Have you guys? That's awesome.
The girl with the giant nose.
Yeah.
Let's brush over what we've watched this week real quick, because I want to talk about a couple of movies that I want to ask. First off, I watched The Sadness finally. Fuck yes, dude. That movie's amazing.
Yeah, I strongly disliked it.
Actively disliked it.
Yeah, I really did not like it.
Okay.
That's exactly how I pictured it was going to go.
Yeah.
I didn't think you would like dislike it. I wasn't thinking you were going to like fucking rant and rave about it, but I thought you'd at least be like, yeah, it was cool. Like, whatever.
Yeah, the effects are cool.
They're so ridiculous. But I watched a movie called Derailed. Have y'all seen that movie before?
Mm-hmm.
It's got Jennifer Aniston and Clive Owen in it. I had seen it, but it's also got that French actor. He's really famous in France. Golly, what is that guy's name? Sam Cassell. He's in it as well. And wait, that might not be his name.
Is that a basketball player?
Yes. That's a guy from the Rockets. Vincent Cassell.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
See, my brain is like, gotcha, fucker. But it's also got RZA in it, and
Oh, cool.
it's about this dude that is on the train to work one day, and they ask him for his like train pass, like his ticket, and he's like, "Oh shit, I forgot to get one," and they'll let you buy one on the train. You know, they say either buy it now or get off at the next stop. And so he's like, "I don't have any cash on me," and the lady's like, "Oh," he's like, "Look, I'm not trying to pull a scam here. I'll bring you the money tomorrow, whatever, you know." And he's like, the lady's like, "No, you gotta get off the train." And then Jennifer Aniston's like got her back to them, and she goes, "I'll pay for it. It's like $9, whatever." And so he's like, and so she pays them, and then he goes over there and tries to tell her like, "Hey, I'll bring you the money back." She's like, "Dude, it's $9, whatever, not a big deal." And basically they hang out. They have like a couple of interactions. They end up hanging out, and you find out like she's married. Spoiler alert, anybody hadn't watched this movie, it's quite old at this point. They find out she's married, he's got a family and stuff, and they end up going out and having like a dinner or some shit. They end up like kissing, and then they're going to go to a hotel and smash it out, right? She ends up being like, I'm not really comfortable with this. They stop the cab, they get out of the cab, and then they turn around, and there's like a hotel right in front of them, and you're like, oh, that's kind of serendipitous. So they go into the hotel, and when they're fixing to get it on, she's literally about to blow him. The door gets kicked open, and it's that Vincent Cassell cat, and he robs them and then sexually assaults her. And so the guy that robs them takes his wallet and her wallet, and he's like, "Oh, you're married." He's like, "That's not the same name," you know. He puts it all together, and then he's like, "You're in a sleazy motel like this." He's like, "You got a fucking family at home," and then he basically, what's it called when you take somebody's money, you hey, I'm gonna tell your family about this if you don't pay me.
Blackmail?
Yeah, but it's also called something else. But yeah, he blackmails them basically for like a lot of money, like a lot. And RZA is like his mail guy at work, so they always talk. And so RZA's like, so apparently like before the movie has taken place, at some point, Clive Owen has caught RZA stealing computers out of the back of this building, and he was already a felon, and he didn't rat him out. So like they became buddies, and he owed him one, you know? And so at some point, he's talking to RZA about this dude that's like taking his money from him, extorting him. He was extorting him. And that's the word I couldn't remember. He's like, this guy's got me. And RZA's like, well, I owe you one, man. We'll go scare the shit out of this guy. And then they go to like show up to this dude with some muscle, you know, and they're sitting in the car, fixing to get out of the car. And RZA's like talking, and mid-word, the dude gets his fucking brains blown out all over the fucking windshield. I was like, what happened? Like, it just came out of nowhere. And, yeah, dude, basically the whole, damn, do I want to tell you the twist? I don't. You're not going to watch this movie, are you? You don't give a shit about this, do you?
That sounds kind of interesting.
Okay, then I won't tell you what happens. There's a twist that's fucking amazing. And I was like, let's go. So that's about like the first half of the movie. Like if you watch it, there's a cool twist in it there. You're like, oh, Josh, you really pay attention to stuff like that I don't. So you might get it before I did. Like when I figured it out, but when it actually went through, I was like, holy shit. Because, you know, sometimes you'll think you know something, and then it doesn't pan out. And you're like, okay, I was just dreaming, I guess, hoping it was going to be cool like that. But no, it's cool like that in this one. But Jennifer Aniston, bro, I forgot.
What is it called again?
Derailed.
Derailed. Okay.
Really typical movie from the 2000s, like early 2000s, with that kind of look and that kind of name and shit. Looks like looks like they watched Seven, you know. But it's cool movie, cool actors. You know, got a couple of things that tug at your heartstrings, you know, and then a pretty cool ending that I won't elaborate on anymore. But I watched that. And I've been watching The Wire.
Oh yeah.
But I took a couple of days off to like work on my mechanical errors that we're having here, and just kind of like reset my shit. And so I watched some of The Wire. I'm fucking loving the show, dude. Season 2 was so weird, but it was so fucking good by the end of it. Have y'all seen it yet? I can't remember.
I've never watched The Wire. No.
I tried to get into it a few years ago, like watched a few episodes and then just
forgot
about it.
That's what I did too. I watched the first couple episodes and was like, what? What's all the hubbub about? Bro, dive into it.
Yeah, as everybody says.
I think I did that too. I've at least watched the first episode of it. But
yeah.
I was like, it didn't hook me. So
dude, yeah. So the thing that I finally did was I sat down and I just watched the entire first season, like within like 2 days.
Yeah.
And I was like, but I thought it was shorter. I thought it was 8 episodes for some reason. It turned out to be like 13. That's why it took a couple of days. But dude, by the end of the first season, you're like heavily invested, and you realize that it's not about like this many people. It's about like it's about the entire city of Baltimore, dude. It's wild, man.
Don't they like jump around to like different things and
all kinds of shit's going on?
Yeah.
Dude, there's like 7 stories going on at one time,
Yeah.
but they all like have these little overlaps where like if they didn't have one of them, it wouldn't make sense. They have to have all of them. But it's cool because you can like anybody in the show. There's all kinds of cool people to like in it, and there's a bunch of people that are awesome. There's a bunch of people like dude. Fucking Omar, dude. I always heard Omar was the shit. Omar is the shit, bro. That dude's awesome. He's fucking awesome. What a great gay character, too. Like, he's like this dude's fucking people up. I love it, man. It's awesome. I had no idea that dude was gay in the show. And all of a sudden, he's like making out with some dude. And I was like, what?
Yeah. I'd heard about that. I kind of wanted to watch the show just for him because everyone said he's so cool in that show.
Bro, dude, when he shows up in that show, it's like 3 or 4 episodes in. He shows up. It's like, because the way he does it. Do you know how he shows up at all? Because it's cool as fuck.
I don't think so.
I don't know. I think I got to that point, but I don't remember.
Out of nowhere, all you hear is this dude whistling. Like, you're like, what the fuck? And he's whistling some old ass song. And then like this dude shows up around the corner. And it's a silhouette because the sun's hitting him, you know? And it's this dude in like a duster with a fucking sawed-off shotgun over his shoulder. And he just walks up and fucking starts robbing people out of nowhere, bro. And he's like, I'll take that. And he's gay. It's awesome, bro. Like, I wish gay dudes acted like that. That'd be awesome. Also,
didn't that guy die?
Yes.
The actor?
Like a year
bro.
or two ago, something like that.
Yeah.
That made me really fucking sad because I was a big supporter of his because he struggled with drug addiction. And,
I think he OD'd, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did.
Yeah.
But this show is so badass, dude. Like, and like the reason why he's so badass in it, because it you don't find out for a while, and I won't tell you what happens. So like, I don't want to just ruin that. It's a great part of the story. But the reason why he's so badass is so awesome because it's not what you would think. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you watch it, we'll talk more about it. But it's one of those things where you're like, I can get behind that. That's cool.
Okay.
And then also you get to see like all the cops having to deal with the shit they got to deal with. Like, it's good to see that. I still don't like cops. I still don't trust them. Well, I've had too many bad experiences personally with them to not have trust for them. But it's nice to know that they're not just living it easy. Like, they have to deal with shit too, you know? Like, all of them at all levels, they're all getting told what to do, but shit that they can't do because they don't have the financial. Dude, it didn't even occur to me until I was watching like the 2nd season of this show how much money it takes in real life to have like one drug dealer followed around. Like, just to have one dude followed around takes many people. Like, many people. That's a lot of salaries you're paying to have one guy. Wait, hold on. That's what I was. Oh shit, sorry. That's what I had heard too. That's crazy, man.
A lot of that happening.
The fact that they're putting that in Coke is bananas. Like, what sense does that make? Like, I don't even. What the fuck?
Just killing your.
Yeah,
your
like, I mean, it would be in your best interest to not do that financially.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the worst thing you could do to a drug addict is kill him, dude. You need him coming back. The worst thing you do for your pockets, anyways. But like, yeah, bro, what a sad situation that is. But and there's like, season 2 is so weird because it doesn't feel like it. And I'm only in 3 seasons, right? But if you take seasons 1 and 3 and then you watch them in order, season 2 doesn't feel like it fits in very well. And I don't really know why it was like that, but it was still really good. And the thing is that I figured out why I never watched The Wires because I started watching it with season 2. So the like 3 episodes into that, you don't really understand what's going. It doesn't make any sense. It wasn't like I thought it was going to be. It wasn't how it was explained to me. Mm-hmm. And so, but there's a part in season 2 that literally had me in tears, dude. It's about like a dude and his kid, and I was just like, oh my god, this guy's like, he's ready to do some shit you don't want to do, but it's for his kid. And I was like, oh wow, like I don't know how I would react to the situation. You'd like to think you're going to man up for your kids, but when you're facing a possibility of some kind of gruesome death or life in prison, that's a hard situation whenever your kid did something real fucking dumb and probably deserves whatever happens to him. But, you know, I've got a kid, 3 of them, 2 of them are boys. So I'm like, I think I would take a bullet for my kid for no reason, like for a dumb reason. I would probably do that. Like, nobody can, you know, I don't know, man. It's wild, dude. It's great show, man. What have y'all been watching? Anything?
The other thing I watched was
Your Mom. Sorry, I had to do it.
A terrible ass movie, but it was awesome. The Seventh Curse.
Wait a
Have
minute.
You ever heard about
What is
this? It is a Chow Yun-fat movie.
Oh
It's
yeah.
very early in his career. It's about to get a new release from the same people that did Ricky O.
Oh wow.
So it's got a new like 2K scan with like an uncut edition because it's only like an hour and 20 minutes or something like that, and it's supposedly like super cut up.
Oh wow.
But it is ridiculous. You would love it. It's like I don't know how to explain the plot, but it's like an adventure type, like Indiana Jones type movie mixed with a crazy weird ass horror movie.
That's awesome.
Like it is very strange. And
is it available on a streaming service of any kind?
It was on Crackle of all places.
What the fuck is Crackle, man?
It's free. I think it's free, right?
Yeah, I watched it through Plex. Plex is just like a thing that you could stream your own library through. But it has Crackle in it for some reason. And it was on Crackle. But it's about to get a new release, and I think I'm going to buy it because it was fun as hell.
It sounds fun.
Yeah. I mean,
you can rent it on Amazon for $2. I'll go that route.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it was on Amazon. I was like, I didn't want to spend $2 on it at the time. I probably should have
$2.
Yeah, I should have because Crackle's pretty bad. But
it sounds bad. Just the name of it sounds like you're gonna get interrupted with fucking weird shit happening.
Yeah, I mean, if none of y'all watch it, I might just keep that in my pocket and throw it in for the show. And
dude, I'm already buying this movie. I haven't even watched it yet. You've already sold me on it, dude. Like,
yeah, dude, it's insane. You would love it a lot.
I'm fucking psyched to watch it. I'm kind of nervous about Bad Milo, but in a good way because this conversation next weekend could be real bad. There's no telling. I mean, it could be glorious as well, but it could also be Josh just angry at me for wasting his fucking time. I don't know, man.
Well,
yeah, I've been into the terrible fun stuff lately, so I watch that.
Dude, the movies that Josh has been liking has been irritating. But
yeah,
for so long you were strictly against all this stuff. I don't know what changed, but I guess I'm glad it did. But at the same time, I'm like, what in the fuck? Why couldn't we have been talking about this shit for 3 years now?
I don't know.
I think we're probably finding the right ones that are.
No, I'm rubbing off on Josh. We've already talked about this a little bit. I mean, I'm watching stuff that with y'all that I would never have watched on my own. It's happening both ways.
Yeah, there's a certain amount of giving.
Shit, I've even come around on The Witch a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still don't find it scary at all, but I understand it more now than I did when I first watched it. But by like a lot. Like when I first watched it, I hated that movie. But I am making a video called what was it called? The Witch, modern horror classic or overrated piece of garbage or something like that. Something real clickbaity.
Yeah. Because it's either one of those, right?
I would say yeah. I mean, I would consider it more of a modern, classic than a piece of garbage at this point. But when I first watched it, that's what I thought it was a piece of garbage. So that's kind of why I was thinking that title. Like it was real. Look, I'm just gonna go clickbaity because it works. Like
I was with you the first time you watched it, and you fell asleep halfway through. So I mean,
fuck yeah, naps are awesome. Oh shit! The first time we ever went to the theater, I fell asleep. Like we were barely friends.
I know, and I said I would never go to another movie with you again.
And here we are doing a fucking movie podcast. Dude, life is fun.
Yep.
Yeah, Chris, do you know what movie we went and saw together when we were like first met?
I don't think so. I think I've heard that you went to sleep in the first movie y'all went watch.
Yeah, we went and saw it.
Yeah,
the remake, like the first part. Yeah. That one I've come around on a little bit, but the second part of that, the chapter is fucking absolute dog shit.
I never even watched 2.
Oh, it's so bad. But the first one, after rewatching it, like, I think some of these movies, it doesn't matter what genre. Some of these movies, I just have to watch them a couple of times. Excuse me. It's just like hearing an album, man. Sometimes I hear an album, I'm like, lukewarm. 2 years later, I'm into it a little bit more because I've listened to it a few times or whatever. But I don't usually like doing that because it's a fucking waste of time. Having to watch something that you don't really like or listen to something you don't really like. Yeah. But as I get better at doing this stuff, I realize that I have to watch things more than once most of the time.
Yeah,
I do what?
I've come a little better on that. It's not what I was trying to say, but
Come a little.
What the fuck
A little
was I gonna
harder.
say? Man, my brain just completely stopped in the middle of
Your brain fell asleep during our conversation.
Yeah, it totally did. Yeah, I'm usually in bed by now.
Yeah, so is Carissa. She's asleep right now. Actually.
I've come around a little bit on that Kendrick Lamar album. I know we
really?
talked about it a little bit when I was at the shop the other day that it's very like kind of underwhelming the first listen or two, and I'm still not in love with it, but to go with what you said, it took me 4 or 5 listens to.
Well, what I can tell you with absolute certainty is that I will not be giving it 4 or 5 listens because I don't want to.
And that's what I say. It's really, really long. So
that's my issue with it at this point. I won't even call it like terrible because I don't think it was. I think it was underwhelming and too long, and I'm just going to stick with that. I'm not going to shit on it. I'm not going to even review it. I have too much respect for Kendrick Lamar to just shit on him, so I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
but
it's not going to be my favorite.
I don't really like it.
Yeah, it's not going to be my favorite, but.
Dude, Eminem made me so mad when I when I read what he said about it that I like actively wanted to go make a bad review on it. He was calling it like perfect, like he was like losing his shit about it, and I was like, Eminem has no reason to do that about any album. He doesn't owe anybody anything. He's the fucking GOAT. Yeah. If he's saying this, he's just sucking his dude's dick off. Like I don't because he's Kendrick Lamar. If fucking 2 Chainz made this exact same album, Eminem wouldn't be saying that about it. Let's be honest here. Like, yeah, it's just because it's Kendrick, and Kendrick's one of them big, lyrical fucking brainy rappers.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, he's dope. Let me be real clear about that. But like, I couldn't believe it. I was on some. I don't even know where it was. Somebody else was like showing his tweets, and I was like, what the fuck? I'm doing a review on Funny Games coming up. Probably the next couple of days, and the sadness. I'll be doing a video with Jamie pretty soon, so got that to look forward to. Anybody else is still hanging around? Next week's movie is Bad Milo. You can watch it on HBO Max if you are so inclined. It is a ass monster movie, so enjoy that.
Nice.
Josh just died a little bit inside. All right, I'm tired of shit. I'm sure you guys are tired. I guess I'll talk to y'all. Josh, you won't be at the theater tomorrow, huh?
No, I wish I could.
But you will be, Chris?
I will be, yes.
Word up. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. I'm sure I'll talk to you tomorrow, Josh. We're going to go see the, I almost said Exorcist, the Poltergeist at Alamo Draft House tomorrow. It's going to be awesome. Julie, if you're still on here with us, man, I'll remind you tomorrow if I see you. But Poltergeist is playing at Alamo if you want to come hang out. So it starts at 10 on its latest shit. And also you live really far. But if you want to come hang out, that'd be cool. Cool. All right, everybody, thanks for hanging out. We appreciate it. Like, subscribe, share, all that jazz. And we'll see you soon. Peace. I would like to end the broadcast now.